What's up, guys? Sean from Srkcycles.com, and I'm doing a motovlog. Motovlog is... what's that guy doing? Motovlog is like a blog, which looks like this, plus moto, which looks like this, and I don't know, I guess it's a thing. I guess it's a thing that people do. They pretty much, the definition of motovlog is, and this is the definition of the current definition. I want to try to change that definition. The current definition of a motovlog is some idiot driving around talking about nonsense that has little to no value to anybody. That's motovlogging, and I want to change that. I want to try to add some value, maybe add some content, maybe actually try to talk about something that people actually that benefits them or improves their lives somehow. At the very least, teach you something you didn't know before, or just show you something cool. I don't know. If you're wondering what I'm riding, 1987 Honda Goldwing with only 70,000 miles on it. This bike is pretty awesome, and it moves pretty good. I really enjoy riding it. Actually, I just started riding it. Sat at the shop for a little while, had a dead battery. I didn't think anything worked on it. I couldn't figure out how to use all the buttons and the stuff, and then I got a new battery for it, and I figured it all out, and thought I'd take it for a spin, do a little bit of riding, shooting video. I made a couple other videos for it, but my microphone wasn't working right, and it was all crackly and horrible, so I'm gonna make some more. But other than like 2 things, maybe 3 things, nothing good has ever come out of the 80s. I mean, do you guys feel about that the same way I do? I mean, this Goldwing came out of it, that's cool. The Buick Grand National came out of it, that's awesome. But other than that, you know, everything that looks 80s it looks like this. This is what I think of when I think of the 80s. And it's always dumb, you know. If it's cool when it came out of the 80s, I'm always like, oh, huh. That's cool when it came out of the 80s. I'm always really impressed. I wonder if anyone else feels the same way. Oh, I came out of the 80s. I'm a product of the 80s, but not like in a way that I had any choice. I'm not like a boomer. I'm not a baby. No, I'm not Gen X, where I'm all like 80s and Nirvana and 90s and stuff like that. You know, I was a little kid at that time. I had no choice. Back to the Buick Grand National. While we're talking about Buick Grand Nationals, if you don't know about the Buick Grand National, you don't know what you're missing. They came out in like the early 80s, but the last one came out in 1987, and it was a big deal. That was like, this is the last of the muscle car. This is it. And normally you would think of the muscle car being done in like the early 70s. You're like, okay, that was the last of the muscle car. No, Buick is like, nope, this is it. This is the last of the muscle car. This is actually it. And it was a pretty awesome car. It looks like a Buick Regal. It's got a 3.8 turbocharged motor in it. And with a few little minor mods, I mean, you're running 11 seconds in the quarter mile. A pretty quick car. They were all automatic. It was pretty much a drag racing car. Is that a Stuart Stevenson truck? No, I don't know. I like them military trucks. I'm gonna get one. Speaking of military trucks, here is an example of not a military truck, but I'm thinking about buying it. Check it out. Look at the picture. It's a Max. It's a Max amphibious 6x6. I got the opportunity to pick one up, and seems like a pretty good price. I think I'm gonna get it, make a couple videos with it, drive it around, run over stuff. I don't know, whatever I can think of. I'm pretty excited about it. I've never had a amphibious 6x6 before. Let me know anyone who's had one, and tell me about it. Tell me about what I should be looking for, all that good stuff. It's interesting. I'm sitting in front of the 740 turbo Volvo, but you look inside and he's got an extra boost gauge in there. You know how those Volvo guys are. They always think they're fast. So fast with your Volvo. I got a Volvo. And I know it's not fast. But I know my Honda's fast. Super fast. So anyway, 80s, the worst. So I'm in Lancaster County, Pennsylvania. You see that fella over there with the straw hat? He's Amish. We have a lot of Amish around here. It's pretty awesome. They do a lot of cool stuff. Looks like that guy's got a chicken barbecue. He drove his tractor. Someone drove a tractor. I don't know if he drove it. Someone drove a tractor for him to have a chicken barbecue out there. It's awesome. This right here is called, they call it the Goat Highway. You see how it's all like highway? Other people call it the Ghost Highway. Some people call it the Goat Trail, and other people call it the Ghost Highway. I call it the Ghost Highway. It sounds way cooler. They were gonna run a highway in there, and then for whatever reason they stopped. I'm sure there's a good reason for it, but when you're a kid, you're like, oh yeah, they stopped because so many people died making the road. Which, I'm sure no one died making the road. No one more than usual. But when we found out about it as kids, we're like, oh man, that's so cool. Ghost Highway. And then you would ask all these like older people, you'd be like, hey, you know about the Ghost Highway? And they're like, the Goat Trail? And they really kind of like steal your thunder with their boring terminology for the Ghost Highway. It's like saying something like, you ever been to Dead Man's Curve? And they're like, oh yeah, Main Street? And you're like, yeah, I guess that's what you could call it. Some people call it Main Street, some people call it Dead Man's Curve. Either way. This is a nice relaxing road to drive on. All the houses look nice, the yards look all clean. They would never let me live here because I just put too much space in between when I mow my lawn. They check that stuff when you go to move in here. It's like a credit score, but like a lawn score. They check your previous residence, see if your lawn's good enough. And if it is, they're like, yeah, okay, you can live there. You were eligible to buy this house. If you've never driven a Goldwing, do it. It's fun.